Welcome back, you're watching Overdrive. Now it's been a big week for Mercedes-Benz in India. They have launched their first ever all-electric AMG in the country starting at 2.45 crore rupees. Now Tuhin will get you all the details about this car, but I also caught up with Martin Schwenk to find out whether there are more AMG EVs that we can expect in India in the future.
Now we've been waiting for the EQS to come to India for a while, but the wait seems to have been worth it because what you see here is the Mercedes-AMG EQS53, the first all-electric AMG. Now don't go by this 53 moniker because this EQS is right up there with the maddest that AMG has to offer. So in standard form you have about 667 PS and 950 Newton meters, but specify the Dynamic Plus package and with launch control on, that jumps to 771 PS and over 1000 Newton meter. And in this mode, it will do 0 to 100 in 3.4 seconds and reach a 250 kmph top speed. And in the standard mode, it drops marginally to 3.8 and 220 kmph. Now the EQS AMG 53 uses AMG specific motors which give you the added performance through more wiring. And that wiring lets more current pass through, and that's how you get the added performance along with the software tweaks. Of course, the battery pack is the same 107.8 kilowatt-hour unit that you find in the standard EQC, but range has reduced with the performance focus. So now you have a maximum of 580 kilometers. And along with the other changes made, what has remained the same is the structure, the same EVA2 architecture that you see in the standard EQS. Now the general look of this EQS AMG is largely similar to the standard one because it is a heavily revised version of that car. And you have that same aerodynamic efficiency here. It's not as good as the standard one. This one is 0.23 compared to the 0.2 of the standard EQS, but again, it's very close. Now, as for the changes specific to this AMG model, of course, you have the same bulbous sort of streamlined look for the sake of efficiency, but you get these digital lights as standard and this full width LED light signature, which is an EQ trait. Now, these Pan America grills have been a signature part of every AMG that's come before, and that has been carried over to an extent with these vertical strakes. Again, another signature AMG trait is these fins here, and like in other AMG, it is functional, but the use of that is that it creates a sort of curtain over these front wheels, so there's less drag around the front wheel. Coming below, you can see that those glossback elements are repeated with this more pronounced splitter here. Now the AMG specific changes continue to the side. You get those typical AMG colors like this selenite grey, which looks so striking in every AMG, it's still here again. And you get these massive alloy wheels. You get a choice of 20 and 21 inches. And they look impressive as they always do in AMGs. But as you can see with this ring over here, it's again an aerodynamically optimized design to reduce drag. Now another change to the side is this slightly more pronounced sill here with this gloss black. You also get an AMG specific all-wheel drive system which becomes more rear biased in the Sport Plus mode. Now that mode is specific to this version too, and along with that you also get air suspension. Now this is quite similar to what you see in IC engined AMGs, but it reacts a bit quicker, so it's even more reactive to changes in the road surface. Now once you're inside the EQS, of course this massive 56-inch hyper screen is what catches your eye immediately. It's a flat plane of glass right from one end to the other, and it's got some crazy specs. It's got 8 GB of RAM and so on. So it's pretty much 3 big tablets right in front of you. And you would think that such a big screen would be a bit difficult to use, but the buttons are large, especially these climate control buttons. They're large, they fall to hand easily. The menus are very similar to say an iPad, so again, it's very easy to use, although we won't know how it is until we drive it. And of course, it's still an electric S-Class, so you have that same level of plushness. Everything you touch is either leather or a micro suede material, which are again specific to this AMG. These AMG seats, these are specific to the EQS 53, and you have these carbon fiber touches here, this stitching over here, which I'm sure we can spec up in as many colors as you want. More AMG touches, this very typical AMG steering wheel with the logo here, these two ridges which point to it being an AMG, these toggle switches which we've come to like so much. More carbon fiber here, a big sunroof. Now specific to this EQS AMG is a Sport Plus driving mode. Like in other AMGs, you can change the drive modes, the suspension and so on, but an AMG is always known for its distinct oral character, and that has been continued. in these sound modes. So either you can choose between balanced, which is a more softer setting, sport, when you're just cruising maybe on a road trip, and when you really want to go fast and feel the rush of it maybe, then you have this powerful sound mode. And that just changes with the drive modes as well, like in any other AMG. Now the EQS's 400 volt electrical architecture lets it charge at up to 200 kilowatts, which means you can add about 300 kilometers of range in 19 minutes from a 200 kilowatt charger. Along with this, Mercedes-Benz is also widening its charging network, and there'll be 180 kilowatt as well as 60 kilowatt fast chargers throughout the country very soon after this car launches. Now for the price, this EQS53 costs 2.45 crores, and the first batch will have 50 units coming to India as soon as bookings open today.
Mr. Shank, thank you so much for joining us on CNBC-TV18 on Overdrive. Big day for Mercedes-Benz, the first ever electric AMG now in India. How many bookings can we expect? How many have been allocated for India? And also, when will the deliveries begin?
Yeah, I mean, I should maybe say, before we go into these details, I would clearly say for us it's a great moment today to start with an EQS AMG 53. This car is a niche car. You saw the price, 2.45 crore. It's definitely for the aspiring, high-tech loving, sportiness enthusiast, and that's what we're doing with that. And so it will be relatively low numbers, but it opens the hearts and the minds of a lot of customers, I'm convinced. So very low numbers at this stage. Yeah, say two-digit figures we're talking here. Okay. Yeah, but then subsequently with the local production will go significantly higher. We also go a little bit lower in price, and that will definitely have a wide appeal to many customers then.
What about the AMG brand in particular? What is the plan? Will we see more EVs coming in from the AMG brand?
Yes, AMG will become an electric brand as well. We will have conventional AMG launches. We're not stopping, not on AMG and not on Mercedes core brand. We still will have new products coming, but the future, and if I go now 24, 5, 6, 7 and so on, also AMG will move into an electric brand.
For India?
For India, we will also go that direction for sure.